Hi, I'm Marcelo Berestovoy, and one of the things that I like to work on at GIT with my students is what I call the triplet thing. This is a very popular classical and flamenco guitar technique that was probably made very popular by the very famous song Malagueña, usually mispronounced Malagueña, but it's really Malagueña, which everybody knows is that. So now we're going to work a little bit on that technique. That technique requires you to play with your thumb and your left hand only on the bottom 4 strings of the guitar and always leave your first 2 strings open. So first we're going to do an exercise with your right hand. Place your index finger on the 2nd string. Actually, make sure you almost grab the string so you can really feel the weight. You don't want to just be touching it like that. And then place your middle finger on the 1st string. Now place your thumb on top of the 6th string and play a rest stroke with the thumb. A rest stroke meaning that you're going to rest your finger on the next string, on the 5th string, as opposed to just playing like that. So that's how you're going to do it. Now, after you play the low E string, you're going to play the 2nd string open by pulling your finger towards the center of your hand, and then the middle finger in the same manner. Thumb, index, and middle finger. Make sure that you pull your fingers in. Don't actually just go up like that, because then your hand will have a hard time repositioning to play the next triplet. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so rest your thumb and pull with the other 2 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, let's take the Phrygian scale. The Phrygian scale is the scale that has no sharps and no flats. It's like the C major scale, but you just start in the note E. We're going to play it in the open position. So it's going to be E, F natural, G, A, B, C, E, D, and E. A, B, C, D, E. And let's put that F there too, because it's going to sound kind of nice. So now we're going to try to play the whole scale. Actually, instead of playing the whole scale, let's just try 1 string at a time. So we're going to take the 3 first notes of the Phrygian scale, and we're going to try to practice the triplet with E, F, and G. E, F, G, F. Watch the thumb. Make sure you rest the thumb on the 5th string when you do this. Now let's go to the next string, the 5th string. Now we're going to add the notes of the 4th string. Now that you've practiced that, the next thing to do is to make all your G sharps. That way you will get that Phrygian dominant, very characteristical sound of flamenco music. Flamenco, not flamingo. Flamingo is a bird. E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now the next note is going to be G sharp on the 3rd string. Now normally when you're playing the scale, you could go up using the 1st and 2nd string. But in this case, you need to leave the 1st and the 2nd string open for the triplet thing. So what you're going to have to do is figure out a way to find the notes of the upper register of the scale without using the first and second string. And there are many different ways of doing that. I'm going to show you one way of doing it. E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, G sharp, A. Now I'm going to shift my hand. I'm playing the B, C, D, E, F. Now I can play the whole scale. All the way up to the F note on the third string. Now the idea, once you get this, you can actually practice any patterns that you practice when you regularly practice scales. For instance, if you're used to playing thirds when you do scales, you can actually practice this technique like that. But the most important thing is that you want to improvise with this technique. This is a great technique for improvising and trying to find different ways of playing your Phrygian dominant scale. By the way, this is a great scale to, this is a great technique to use when you play in a pop band and the manager comes to you and says, "Can you play something Spanish?" This will work great. I changed the scale there. I went to major.